Hey garden friends, welcome back to another episode of Tracy's Rhythmic Life. I want to bring you all out in the garden today. I'm going to show you what everything is still looking like out here in the garden. A lot of the peppers are still trying to make it. Remember, I think on a previous video, I had been doing some maintenance in the garden. I pulled up a few of the tomatoes. I was clipping the tomatoes up to stand up a little taller, but today I will be pulling up bell peppers first, and I plan on replanting those in a container. I'm hoping to get more bell peppers and even maybe hopefully a larger size bell pepper. I'm gonna try to place some up here in these containers up here, although they are kind of full, but the peppers don't get tall. They just kind of um, they stay short. So, but yeah, that's what I plan on doing today in this video. Just trying to depreciate as much as I can out in the garden and move those that are still going and thriving in containers so we can get the garden kind of semi prep for the fall, even though, it's not early to plant fall stuff, but I may start some of those in the house as well as some herbs also. And with my herbs, I plan on doing something a little different. I want to place them in my stackable planters, and then also I want to place some on my in my front yard or have some on the porch. That way, so I can kind of keep tabs on those and kind of um, just see if I can see if I'm able to grow some, because during the season I have had a hard time with the herbs. So I'm just gonna try something a little different and in a different location, and hopefully that will help. But I just wanted to show you first before I begin what um everything is so far looking like, what's still thriving, what's finally trying to come through, and just kind of bring you all out while I do some maintenance in the garden. And that this may be several clips of me, kind of doing different things in the garden. Okay. First, I want to show you what is going on up here on our top level in the garden. This right here is our eggplants. It has grown tremendously, and it has not produced any eggplants yet, but it looks like they are trying to start. I'm looking at this here and also down in there. I don't know. I'm hoping that this is what these are doing, trying to produce. And I still have a pepper here that's trying to. So this is where I may try to plant. But when I pull up some of those bell peppers, try to place them in between these areas here, the empty spots. Um, these are my cherry tomatoes. They are finally trying to bloom, and some of them are beginning to um, give me some cherry tomatoes. I hope y'all can see this. And remember, I planted some jalapeno peppers here a few months back, and they're finally trying to, grow a little bit. I don't know if they're going to do anything, but, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed because the season is still in. And I see a worm. If I can, there we go. Right here, I see a worm that I'm going to get and take him off. Yeah, but yeah, that's another view of my cherry tomatoes. And over here, same thing. They are beginning to produce some cherry tomatoes. And these peppers down here, I may just try to pull them up, and just kind of bring those that are out there, the bell peppers, and try to get them up top here. All right, y'all, let's go out in the garden and see what's going on. Okay, right here before we go down, this is my ginger. It's still thriving. I'm just gonna keep it going, and I'll know these are ready once these start dying off and kind of drying up some, and I will be able to harvest those. Hopefully, it may be like a few more months before those are actually ready to be harvested. And let me show you my russet potatoes. Now, these are some potatoes that I had in the house, and they had started rooting, so I'm gonna try to plant these as well. I should have been planted these, but hey, I'm gonna try to get those planted as well. All right, let's go on out in the garden. I find myself watering at night out here in the garden, so it's looking a little rough. That corn, let me look at this corn right quick, y'all. It's still going. I kind of want to pull it up because I don't think it's gonna get any further than this because it's already kind of late in the season. I probably will go ahead and pull these up. Save my little steak sticks out here. Get my little labels. Now this okra that's right here. No, I may. It still looks good, so I may try to keep this and try to place it in a different area. But these two containers here, this is where I had the cucumbers in, and they kind of died off, dried up, because I was late kind of getting out here to do some watering. But I might plan on placing some of the bell peppers in here. Now the cherry tomato here is still doing good. It hasn't flowered yet. I'm gonna pull these up. See, some of them have dried, so that's a good thing. So I'm gonna get these, keep them so I can have them for next season. Same thing as these. I'm gonna clean out this area back here. Go ahead on and what I'm planning on doing is finally taking these out and try to do some weed barrier planting, weed placing some weed barrier out here so I can kind of maintain these weeds a good bit out here. Now this cherry tomato plant right here is still thriving and putting out, and it's finally growing some cherry tomatoes. All right, now my okra, it's doing real good. I do have one okra. Y'all remember when I brought you all out when I did a video on when I placed these in the containers, comparing those that was in ground earlier. I just showed you that one, and it's still short, and it's not doing that good. So these in the container have taken off, and they are thriving. I do see some small okra that is trying to form, but yeah, I do see one so far. And these are my sweet potatoes. They are they have taken off and just gone with it. I need to get my higher trellis out here because they are vining. I mean, they are vining real good. I see some new growth here. But yeah, they are doing real good. So I'm gonna get a taller trellis. I do have a taller trellis that I have to bring up, and I have some more stackable trays here that I need to add to these to bring it up a little taller. So I may try to get some of my try to do some lettuce in these, and the other one that's over there, get some lettuce growing in those, and I'll probably have some up front. Now the tomatoes, I'm gonna go ahead on and pull a good bit of these plants up. Go ahead on and harvest a few of the smaller ones that are still trying to go, and pick what I can and just go ahead on and pull these up. Y'all, they are, ain't no sense of holding on to these because they are pretty much done for the season. Pull up some of these peppers that are out here. I definitely want to get this one and pull it up. I'm gonna place it and see. I see some bell peppers. I have not done this before, but I'm hoping to place it right here. And I see another one. One, two, three. One, two, three. So I have 4 plants. So that'll work. I'll place 2 here and 2 up there. Y'all, spider webs are out here everywhere. But yeah, now these habanero peppers, I may try to pull these up as well. Harvest some and plus pull them up. These banana peppers, they are still putting out. Few cayenne peppers on this end. So I'm not gonna totally get rid of everything. I'm just gonna replace them. Got these peppers on this end. These kind of look like the cowhorn peppers, the cayenne, but you see this one is flowering. So I may just keep these on this end. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you all along and just give you a little update of what everything is looking like out here in the garden as the summer heat has taken off and kind of, I guess, I don't know what term I want to use, but some of them have, outside of neglect and as well as the heat has kind of taken over the garden. And we try to do as much as we can. And I see why people do it in the, try to do the summer garden, spring and summer garden kind of early to get some harvest from those before the show enough hot weather kicks in. But yeah, some of these like the peppers now, all of these do withstand the hot heat, but you know, along if you're not kind of taking care of things, it kind of this is what happens though, because you have to stay on top of this. But yeah, um, I will come back a little later and just show you all a few things that I am doing in the garden that I am pulling up and go ahead on and try to get these planted. But I'm going to take this one up top and kind of get it going. Now this is this taller trellis that I was talking about that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to place it out in the garden where those sweet potatoes are. All right, y'all, I'm going to try to do this quick because I don't want to keep it out too long. I'm going to place it on this end over here. I'm going to pull these up that are not doing that well. I'm gonna pull these up. Kind of loosening up the soil, even though in this area it's still loose. I'm gonna place some garden cone in here. Gonna place it in the area that I will be planting the pepper. And then I'm gonna go back and water this in. All right, y'all. Kind of need to pull these up as well. These were the jalapeno peppers. All right, y'all. Let me go out here in the garden and pull up a few of the other bell peppers. All right, y'all. I did go ahead on and pull up a few of the other bell peppers. I'm going to place those in those containers out there. Get this one in. These has about 3 bell peppers on it. Get this in. You just saw me place the garden tone in there. All right. I think I can place another one right here. All right, y'all. I will show you all the finish when I'm done out here placing those when I get ready to water. All right, y'all. I have gotten the bell peppers planted up here. I'm going to go ahead on and water. I have 2 out in those 3-gallon containers, and I have 2 up here that I brought, and these are 2 more that's up here. But I'm going to go ahead on and water this. Let me get my water on. It's been kind of over 10 days where I have fertilized up here, so I did add some more fertilizer to the other ones, to the other plants that are up here. Kind of soak them in real good. May have to come back and kind of stake them in pretty good too. You have to soak them real good, y'all, because this water, you'll think that it's soaked in good, but it's not. As I'm moving the soil, it's very dry. Wash my hands off. All right, y'all. So that pretty much does it for this video for today. I just went ahead and just focus on the bell peppers. Okay, in another video, I will pull up the cayenne pepper and probably the habanero peppers. All right, y'all. I want to thank you for joining me as I do continue to do a little maintenance in the garden, trying to get everything prepped and moved for the fall season. So if you have not subscribed to my video, please do so, and I will see you in my next one. Have a fantastic day.